Hi everyone, welcome back to Sri Sampath Vinayaka Learn Easy channel. Now, here in this video we are going to discuss how to write the trigonometric ratios of complementary angles, supplementary angles and 270 plus theta, 270 minus theta, 360 plus theta and 360 minus theta in easiest way. Okay, Nama? In this video we are going to discuss about the complementary angles of the trigonometric ratios. We know that what are complementary angles. Complementary angles are nothing but if the sum of any two angles gives us 90 degrees, then those two angles are said to be complementary angles to one another. Understand ma? For example, 20 and 70 together gives 90. So this 20 and 70 becomes the complementary angles to one another. 20's complementary angle is 70 and 70's complementary angle is 20 degrees ma. Understand? So see, complementary angles means if the sum of two angles is 90 degree, then those angles are known as complementary angles to each other. Okay. Now complementary angle of theta is 90 minus theta. So complementary angle of 10 is 90 minus 10, that is 80 degrees. Like that we have to learn ma. So those are in general. Now we are going to discuss the complementary angles of the trigonometric ratios. See, sin 90 minus theta gives what? Cos 90 minus theta gives what? Tan 90 minus theta gives what? Cosecant 90 minus theta gives what? Secant 90 minus theta gives what? Cot 90 minus theta gives what? We have to discuss these things now. Okay, Nama? As alpha is equal to some n into 90 degrees plus or minus theta. Okay, for that see, here 90 means it is 1 into 90 everywhere. Okay, everywhere I am going to write 1 into 90. Now in the place of n I am having a odd number. So if n is odd, we know that trigonometric ratio changes as sin changes as cos and cos changes as sin. Okay now, next tan changes as cot and cosecant changes as secant and secant changes as cosecant. Now the cot changes as tan ma. Okay, now see, these are the trigonometric ratios I am going to write. After writing those trigonometric ratios to the corresponding trigonometric values, now I have to assign the signs of those. I know that 90 minus theta belongs to quadrant 1. In the quadrant 1, all the trigonometric ratios are positive only. No need to bother about the signs. All these trigonometric ratios becomes positive in the first quadrant number. That is why sin 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta, or cos 90 minus theta is equal to sin theta. Tan 90 minus theta is equal to cot theta. Cosecant 90 minus theta is equal to secant theta. Secant 90 minus theta is equal to cosecant theta. Cot 90 minus theta is equal to tan theta ma. Understand? And in one more way we will discuss it. See ma, sin 90 minus theta, that means I am subtracting theta from this 90. Let us suppose, for our understanding purpose only ma, this sin is in problem. Why? Because I am subtracting theta from the 90. So sin is feeling that I am in problem. Then sin calls his friend. Who is the friend of sin ma? Cos. So cos comes here, cos theta. Like that you may remember. Okay, and again cos 90 minus theta, I am subtracting theta. Okay na? For only remembering purpose ma. Let us suppose cos is in problem. Then cos calls her friend, that is sin comes there and helps it. Like that you may remember ma. Understand? Only for remembering purpose we are discussing like that. Okay na? Now we will discuss trigonometric ratios of angle 90 plus theta. So as we know that we have to convert the given angle into this form ma. Alpha is equal to n into 90 plus or minus theta. That is, this 90 plus theta is expressed as 1 into 90 plus theta. See ma. So sin 1 into 90 plus theta, cos 1 into 90 plus theta, tan 1 into 90 plus theta, cosecant 1 into 90 plus theta, secant 1 into 90 plus theta, cot 1 into 90 plus theta. Okay, now here in the place of n I am having odd number. So this sine becomes cos and cos becomes sine. At a glance I have to write the thetas also. Tan becomes cot and cosecant becomes secant and secant becomes cosecant. Okay, next this cot becomes tan. Okay, now see here this 90 plus theta belongs to second quadrant. We know that in the second quadrant sine and its family member cosecant are only positive. Rest of all the trigonometric ratios becomes negative in that second quadrant. So sine is positive. So I am writing sine and cosecant is also positive. Okay, now rest of all the trigonometric ratios becomes negative in the quadrant 2. Understand? Now see supplementary angles. We know that supplementary angles means if the sum of any two angles gives us 180, then those two angles are known as supplementary angles to one another. Okay now, for example 50 degrees is one angle, then its supplementary angle is definitely 130 degrees. Why? Because the sum of that 50 and 130 gives 180 degrees. Understand ma? Similarly, the supplementary angle of theta is 180 minus theta. Okay, now I have to find the trigonometric ratios of those supplementary angles. Once see here, trigonometric ratios of the supplementary angles, that is 180 minus theta, I have to find. 180 minus theta can be expressed as 2 into 90 minus theta, we know. So that is why, so sine 180 minus theta can be expressed as sine 2 into 90 minus theta. Cos 180 minus theta is expressed as cos 2 into 90 minus theta. So similarly I am going to write all the 6 trigonometric ratios. Now see here in the place of n I am having 2, that is even number. So as we discussed, if the n value is even, then there is no change in the trigonometric ratio. So the sine remains sine only. Okay, now then I have to write theta. Similarly first write all the values. Okay now, tan theta and it is cosecant theta and it is secant theta and it is cot theta. Okay now, so after that I have to write its sine for verifying. Okay now, to which quadrant this angle belongs to. Now I have to see the 290 minus theta. 2 into 90 minus theta means that is in second quadrant. In the second quadrant we know that sine and cosecant are only positive. So see sine and cosecant here only positive. Rest of all the trigonometric ratios becomes negative here. Understand in this way we are going to find the supplementary angles of all those trigonometric ratios. Now see we are going to discuss the trigonometric ratios of angles 180 plus theta. As we know that 180 plus theta can be expressed as sum n into 90 plus theta or minus theta. So that is why 180 plus theta is expressed as 2 into 90 plus theta. Now I have to find the trigonometric ratios of those 180 plus theta. So sin 180 plus theta, cos 180 plus theta, tan 180 plus theta, cosecant 180 plus theta, secant 180 plus theta, cot 180 plus theta. Okay, just I am going to rearrange this 180 plus theta like 2 into 90 plus theta. Okay now. Then after see here n value is even. So if n value is even, then we know that there is no change in the trigonometric ratio. That is why I am going to write all the trigonometric ratios as it is. Now I have to verify the signs. Okay, now see, for that I have to check to which quadrant the given angle belongs to. So 2 into 90 plus theta, we know that it is always belongs to the third quadrant. 290 plus theta. So in the third quadrant we know that tan and its family member cot are positive. So tan and cot are positive now. So tan and this cot is positive. Remaining all values becomes negative. So in this way we are going to find the trigonometric ratios of the angles 180 plus theta. Now see the trigonometric ratios of angles 270 minus theta now we are going to discuss. See, this 270 minus theta can be expressed as in the form of n into 90 plus or minus theta as 3 into 90 minus theta. So now I am going to replace this 270 minus theta with 3 into 90 minus theta ma. So see, I am going to rearrange it like this. Now in the place of n, what we are having ma? 3, and the 3 is an odd number. As we know that if the odd number is there in the place of n, then the trigonometric ratios are going to be changed. Okay now. So sine is expressed as cos. Cos is expressed as sine, and tan is expressed as cot, and cosecant is expressed as secant, and secant is expressed as cosecant. Okay, and cot is expressed as tan ma. So like that we have to write the trigonometric ratios first. After expressing those trigonometric ratios, now I have to assign its signs. Depends on the angle to which it belongs to. Okay, see this 3 into 90 minus theta means it belongs to, see 390 minus theta. That means it is not completed the third quadrant. It is still in the third quadrant ma. So that is why 3 into 90 minus theta belongs to third quadrant ma. In the third quadrant we know that tan and cot are positive. So this tan and cot are positive. Rest of all are negative. Okay now. In this way we are going to find the trigonometric ratios of the angles 270 minus theta ma. Now we are going to discuss the trigonometric ratios of angles 270 plus theta. So see ma, in this 270 plus theta, that can be expressed as 3 into 90 plus theta. So all these 270 plus theta angles are expressed as 3 into 90 plus theta ma. Now see, in the place of n here I am having odd number. Okay, now as we know that if the n value is odd, then the trigonometric ratios are changes correspondingly. So sine changes as cos, cos changes as sine, tan changes as cot, cosecant changes as secant, secant changes as cosecant, and cot changes as tan ma. Okay, now I have to assign its signs. For that, this 3 into 90 plus theta belongs to which quadrant I have to check. 390 plus theta. That means it is entered into that fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, we know that cos and its family members secant are positive. Rest of all the trigonometric ratios are negative there. So, see ma, cos and secant are only positive. Rest of all are negative. So, in this way, we are going to find the trigonometric ratios of 270 plus theta ma. Now we are going to discuss the trigonometric ratios of angles 360 minus theta. As we know that the 360 minus theta can be expressed as n into 90 plus or minus theta. That 360 minus theta is written as 4 into 90 degrees minus theta ma. Now I am going to replace this 360 minus theta with 4 into 90 degrees minus theta ma. So now see, in the place of n I am having even number. As we know that if the n value is even, then there is no change in the trigonometric ratio. So because of that I am going to write all the trigonometric ratios as it is ma. Now see, then after I have to assign its sign. For that I have to check to which quadrant the given angle belongs to. And this angle is 4 into 90 minus theta. That means it is still in the fourth quadrant only. Okay, now if the angle is in the fourth quadrant, then we know that in the fourth quadrant cos and secant values are only positive. See, cos, it is positive, secant, it is positive. Rest of all the trigonometric ratios are negative here. Okay, in this way we are going to calculate the trigonometric ratios of the angles 360 minus theta ma. Okay, now we are going to discuss the trigonometric ratios of angles 360 plus theta. As we know that 360 plus theta can be expressed as some n into 90 plus or minus theta. So I am going to express that 360 degrees plus theta as 4 into 90 degree plus theta ma. So now I am going to replace this 360 plus theta with 4 into 90 plus theta ma. So now see, in the place of n I am having 4. That means n is even. If n is even, we know that there is no change in the trigonometric ratio. Because of that, I just wrote all the trigonometric ratios as it is ma. So see, now I have to write the sign for the obtained trigonometric ratios. For that, I have to check to which quadrant the given angle belongs to. This 360 plus theta, that is 4 into 90 plus theta, belongs to quadrant number 1. In the quadrant number 1, we know that all the trigonometric ratios are positive. So no need of assigning any signs to those trigonometric ratios. All those trigonometric ratios are positive in the quadrant 1. Okay, in this way, we are going to calculate the trigonometric ratios of the angles 360 plus theta. These are the different easy ways to find the trigonometric ratios of the given angles. That means for any magnitude.